Okay, today we're going to try to keep this a little bit shorter than our usual. We're trying to do around
Yeah.
20 to 30 minutes. Let's see if we can pull it off. Um,
All right.
some of the comments we got were talking about, we always talk about game related skins and stuff. So we wanted
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
share another point of view about story related.
Uh-huh.
And Fortnite is really good about keeping this story kind of secret. They make you
Yeah.
dig for it, right? They put in like the trailers, they'll put it in loading screens. They'll
Uh-huh.
put them in the comics. I mean, the comics is where you get a lot of the
Yeah.
juicy details. Um, so are there any top of your head? What are some of the skins that come to mind that you think are story related that people should be looking at?
Um, one that you introduced my mind to was Chaos Agent. I know you're definitely going to talk about that one. But one that was personally for me was Singularity. I mean, Singularity at the time that she released, she had a statue in what was Neo Tilted. Uh, And as of right now, Singularity is also Paradigm. And Paradigm is, I believe, from the game. I think the Seven is mad at her right now, which we're going to find out eventually. You can
Yeah,
expound on that if you have more info on it.
I mean, I
Uh,
haven't been so in right now in the game. There's like all these like recordings and stuff you can
yeah,
find, and I
yeah.
I, I really haven't been paying attention to any of them.
hmm
Have you?
Yeah, that was the only one I heard. I happened to be in Endgame and ran past it. And unfortunately, I didn't get to listen to it because if you play the game, you know how Endgame is, especially when there's five left. But yeah, so Singularity is one that I've always been big on. One because I like the skin, but because also Dino Mustard said that this is one of the most important skins for the next couple years at least. So I'm
Mhm.
interested to see how her story unfolds, and I believe it's going to unfold at the end and beginning of next season. So that's going to be great.
So the way that we were kind of thinking about Fortnite, right? You have a DC,
Uh-huh.
and they have all their superheroes under it, and then you have Marvel, they have all their heroes under it. And I think
Uh-huh.
Fortnite's just gonna be like that. So I
Yeah.
think you're gonna have skins that get their own story and have their own exclusive fans.
Yes.
And I think
Yes.
this whole seven story is like the core foundation of Fortnite. I
Mhm.
think that's gonna, and I think that goes into a Singularity. She's part of that
Yes.
same story.
Mhm.
Um, then we have other skins. So the next one I want to talk about is Midas and his
Mhm.
so Midas, and that goes along with Chaos Agent
Yeah.
because they came out around the same time, and they kind of battled
Mhm.
during that season.
Mhm.
Um, and so Chaos Agent, you can see him. He's created a couple of skins, so like the Slurp skins.
Yeah.
There's a video showing that of him creating those skins out of Bandolet, Jonesy, and the fish one. I forget it, Leviathan, maybe. I
Yes.
think
Leviathan.
Leviathan.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
took those characters and he put them through like the scientific procedure, and he made them new skins in the game. So like he has some kind of story building there, and he's part of Midas's first three agents, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
That's the story that came out.
Mhm.
So Midas and I forget the other ones, but Midas and Chaos Agent are definitely really big story related skins.
Yeah.
Um, Chaos Agent is the only one besides Fortnite Reloaded that's come out. Am I wrong
Right.
on that?
No, you're correct. And on top of that, it's good to note that originally the community thought that Midas was dead, but
Hmm.
Donald Mustard confirmed that Midas was actually in the loop. So Midas isn't dead. Midas was looped. So obviously
His
he's in
his
another
loop,
22. Yeah.
yeah,
So
his
yeah.
loop got eaten by a shark, right?
Right. Right.
So there was a video of Midas getting eaten by a shark, but it was his looped version.
Right.
And we still like are a little fuzzy on the details how all that works. But
Yeah.
if your loop character dies, he just comes back again in 20
So
minutes.
also we've also talked about this in live and other videos as well. But if you just want to know kind of a beginning stage, Renegade Raider was the first one to escape the loop. So just based off of if she comes in a card market, if she gets to her own comic, kind of what Dylan brought up with, it kind of being this Marvel DC aspect where each character can branch off into their own story. So Renegade Raiders very important for that aspect as well.
So if you guys haven't read the Batman comics,
Mhm.
um, that this was the first place that we really got really intimate details of the Fortnite story,
Yeah.
and they introduced Renegade Raider. Let me see if I can find her. It was like halfway through the comic, I believe. This book here has all the comics put together.
Yeah. There's some very important skins in the Batman series.
And Fishstick dies in here.
Yeah.
Outside of the loop, so I don't
There's
know what that
Renegade
means.
right there. Yeah.
So this is good. You see Renegade right here.
Hmm.
And so in this comic book, it tells she says that she escaped 4 years ago, so 2017.
Hmm.
She was the first one to escape the loop. And when I say escape the loop, she did not escape the island.
Right.
So the Fortnite island is basically one island in the middle of space
Hmm.
and held together by the 0 point. And there's two sides of the island. So she escaped the loop, which is where people keep fighting every 20 minutes and then they revive and fight again.
Yeah.
So she wasn't dying and she escaped that. In the comics, she actually escapes the actual island itself, but
Yeah.
she was also the first person to escape the loop. So if you haven't read this comic, I highly suggest you do it. It's really good content.
Sure.
So Renegade Raider definitely could be another skin, which there is no card of her yet.
Right.
Well,
Besides Reloaded.
besides Reloaded,
Hmm.
which may just be an underpriced set for being
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
I have her card actually. I'll show that. But she is definitely a good skin. Midas is in Reloaded too, actually.
Yeah.
She is definitely a skin that could get its own story.
So what is another skin or card that is on your radar for that? Oh, that looks sweet too.
Yeah, see, these are the Renegade Raiders. And then for that story, or
Yeah, for in general.
all right. So another one is the Jonesy card from Reloaded.
Hmm.
I mean that goes without saying. So you have
Yeah.
the 7. So he's probably gonna be part of the 7 story, or
Yeah.
the core Fortnite story. But he is a character that's gonna have his own story throughout, no matter
Yeah.
what. This
Yeah.
skin's gonna have. And this one is called Recruit.
Recruit.
Recruit
Yeah.
Jonesy. There's so many different variations of Loop Jonesies, but this is
Hmm.
the closest to a non-loop version that we know of.
Yeah.
Agent Jonesy, if it comes out in Series
Hmm.
3, is an unlooped version, I believe.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yes.
that'll be interesting. We talked about Chaos Agent,
Yeah.
how he's important to the Midas story that comes out. We talked about Singularity, which would be a different one. That'd be for the.
Yeah.
I guess I put that with him, right?
Yeah.
So that's two different stories we have there. Cuddle Team Leader. She gets she doesn't get that much love anymore for some reason, but
Right.
I think it's her big head. But they tease Team Leader and Cuddle Team Leader in like I don't know 70% of their loading screens.
Yeah.
And they like tell a story if you pay attention. Like she comes from I think she comes from the future.
Mm.
Or remember she has so there's the Fortnite crew one and there's a future robot version of her.
Which Singularity, I believe, don't quote me, Singularity had, let's say she had a part of. I don't know if she built the suit.
And
But,
real quick, I
but
said the
yeah.
future. I just mean a different. Maybe it's just a different dimension with higher
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah.
But that was a loading screen, right? And
Yeah.
Singularity has similar like
Yeah.
tech.
Because in the loading screen, which that loading screen features Aura as well. But in the loading screen, I believe Singularity is, well, even with the story, I believe Singularity either built that suit or has some form of connection because she was a part of Neo Tilted, and just the whole way that the end of that season was, I believe Singularity has a big part in that. So I'm interested to see how that plays out.
Singularity built this robot.
Yes. Make the team leader.
That could be story related.
Hmm.
It could go with Singularity. If you look at the Fortnite Reloaded set in general, you'll find a lot of stuff that's
Right.
more story
Right.
related, right?
Yeah.
which is really interesting.
Because let's see.
But like if you're looking for like story stuff, like secrets and stuff, I'd go and just look through loading screens.
Yeah.
I wish I had. They didn't make one for the other cuddle team leaders, but you see her in so much that she has to have more of a story.
So yeah, so like even like in the event cards, it's the final showdown card, and it actually shows the final fight uh between Mecha Team Leader and the monster. Uh
Hmm.
and that is where Singularity comes into play. So like Dylan said, there's things that you can find in Reloaded that puts connecting pieces to the storyline throughout it.
Now, if we're talking what's the most relevant storyline right now,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Foundation.
Yes.
So yeah, he's part of the 7-2, so he's part of that core story
Mm-hmm.
of the Fortnite Island. So the Fortnite Foundation story, and this is the first entry into that is this comic here.
Yeah.
And like so this is the first appearance of the Foundation, who for all we know so far is pretty much the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Um although like he said some weird things like he's reporting to somebody.
At least he's at least the most well equipped.
Yeah. I
At
mean cuz
least.
I remember in the game he said that why does she keep making me save you to Jonesy?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like I don't know if he's the leader, but he acts like the leader. And as far as we know,
So
he's the leader.
so would the sisters fall into the leader role and the reason why we haven't seen them yet when
Or
it
they're
comes
just all partners and they're asking
mm,
him. I mean,
asking him, yeah,
we really don't know.
yeah,
Um, but he's major, and he's played by The Rock, which is a major icon. Um,
yeah,
so I think this is a really good collector's piece.
yeah.
This version here is the version that was drawn by Donald Mustard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like this one the most. And then these are the same
Yeah,
comic but a different cover.
yeah.
And then this is the other cover.
That is great. That is absolutely great artwork, by the way. That the Batman Who Laughs, that one, that is some great artwork right there. So
I like
all
them
three of
all.
them, all
Yeah,
three of them, yeah.
this one is 1 out of 25, so the comic book store
Mm-hmm.
had to order 25 Foundation comics to get one.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be the most rare one,
Mm-hmm.
and it was drawn by Donald Mustard.
The
So
rare one out of those three, by the way.
yeah, this is the most rare out of the Foundation
Yeah,
comics.
yeah,
Because there's other Fortnite comics, but
yeah,
this is the first like this story is about Fortnite.
yeah,
This is like their first like actually I don't want to say that because the other one was too. The 0 Point was their first Fortnite comic, but
yeah.
this is where we really find out about the Foundation, the Seven, more than
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that intrigued me the most was he was talking to Batman in this comic, and he basically said that he's been protecting the 0 Point before Batman was alive.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's like Fortnite is leading up to all this content years
Uh-huh.
in the past, right?
Yeah,
So movies
yeah.
can come out of like 30 years ago, you know. Um, but all in all, this is probably
But
what's got me the most excited story wise. This comic.
also what makes that so unique with what you just said is like, I don't know how many have played or I mean not remember it just happened, but the primal season it went back in time, and I think Fortnite, like Dylan said, is gonna flirt with that a whole lot when it comes to whether it's a series, whether it's a movie, or extended content. They have so many different angles that they can take, and especially with going years and possibly decades back. And then
Uh,
also it's like yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so then moving on to the next one. I mean, that's a big
Mhm.
one. If you guys don't have the Foundation
Yeah,
comics, I'd grab those. They have Foundation cards in Reloaded.
yeah,
They have some of the 7 cards in Series 2. One of the
hmm
cards in Series 1 also. Um, I don't really have any of those because I just am not a huge fan of the skin itself. But I mean, I liked it in the comics. So I got the comic. This is the other one I highly recommend.
hmm
What's special? This is one of the first Well, it pretty much is. It came out. So it says November 20th. It's one of the first comics that came out for Fortnite.
Yeah,
And so if you haven't looked at, there's like 13 Marvel comics, and they're all just covers with Fortnite.
yeah,
And you guys have seen some behind me before, but like here's another one.
yeah. I like that
So-
one a lot.
Yeah, like this one. This one seems to be printed a lot.
That's when the llama still stays still.
I mean, this was really well done. I mean,
Yeah, it
I
was.
like the Marvel covers more than
Yeah,
the Batman ones, just the artwork wise.
yeah, the artwork. Yeah,
They were really creative. But all the Marvel ones were just covers.
yeah,
The DC Fortnite ones was Fortnite storyline.
yeah.
The only Marvel comic that had a story in it is this one.
Hmm.
And it says Fantastic Four, so the comic is actually a Fantastic Four comic. But in
Yeah.
the middle of the comic is the Nexus War,
Hmm.
and it's about Marvel heroes coming to the Fortnite island, and they're trying to stop what is it, Galactus?
Yeah.
And so basically, Thor, Iron Man, all these other characters get warped to the island. And you have like I don't know, I think it's like 5-page, 6-page comic inside of
Hmm.
it. So this is another great story related collector's item for Fortnite,
Hmm.
and this is the first one. So this one and the Foundation are really, really two good bets on collectibles that are story related.
Yeah.
This one does have alternate covers.
Hmm.
Do I have any with me? I can pull some out real quick if you want to talk to them a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just when it comes to the comic books in general, there's gonna be when it comes to collecting wise and just like long term investments, there's bits and pieces of the story that hasn't been told in the game when in the comics, and I think that's the most important uh angle of it overall. Obviously you have the cards and you have all of these things, but just the fact that there's the first time we figured out how the loop really works, and that certain skins escape the loop and certain skins died and certain skins story will be told. The comic books are something that I wasn't expecting to love as much as I do, but I think if you haven't found interest in it yet, it's definitely something you should look into.
So here's another print of this.
Hmm.
You can see at the top where it says Nexus War Thor.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to open it up and show you. So all the Batman covers come with
That's only
skin
because you have
cards.
20 of them.
I don't know about 20, maybe, probably. So if you go through the middle of it, it says Nexus War Thor.
Yeah.
So this is Galactus. He's coming for the
Hmm.
power that he sees at the Fortnite Island. That's the 0 point. So the
Oh,
very first
yeah.
Fortnite character you see actually is Bright Bomber.
With Meowscles, a small Meowscles.
The very first skin
You
you
see.
see in a Fortnite comic is Bright Bomber. That's pretty good. And then you see Jonesy, Raven, and Peely, and
Hmm.
Lynx. And Lynx could have her own story also.
Yeah, and you know that's one I really like. I think Raven is one that story is never told, but they love featuring Raven in a lot of the content.
They really do. They really like to feature Raven.
Raptor as well.
Seeing so here's all the heroes coming to Fortnite Island. That was a hit.
See, like, and I feel like if the story is ever told, like when it comes to Bright Bomber, like if you think about the loading screens when she welcomed Drift into into the Fortnite world, and just based off those pictures in that comic book, she's clearly one of the most friendly skins characters in the Fortnite world. She's always a part of the introduction along with Cuddle Team Leader and Raptor as well. Not Raptor. What's the one I'm forgetting? What's the green
Raven.
dinosaur?
Oh, Rex.
Rex as well. Like those
Yeah,
are
they
some
use,
that
and Rex is Jonesy inside of
yeah,
his suit. We don't know
which
much. We don't know
about
much
that.
about Bright
Yeah.
Bomber. Is Bright Bomber what's her name?
Dark what?
The
Ramirez?
Yeah, Ramirez.
I'm not sure. I think so.
Another one that people mean, this is a second print of the Nexus War, so it's a different cover.
Yeah.
A lot of people might not know that one.
No.
um, just going through those for story related things. I think that's a really good comic if you haven't gotten it. Another story related one. I'm gonna drop some stuff. Maybe y'all seen this before. I found this comic called X Factor.
Mm,
Rob, I don't know if I showed you this or told
you
you about
did.
this. Okay, so I'm gonna open up this comic, and I've been searching and searching for more
Mm-hmm.
comics where it's not obvious, and this one I had to look. It came out either same time as this or
Yeah.
before it.
Yeah.
And if you go to the back page, you see some skins here, and you see the same rainbow light that brought all
Bring
the heroes.
bring it a little close. Oh wait, let me do something.
So
Oh yeah.
so you have
Yeah.
links, and if you look at it, they don't have any weapons in their hand in the middle of the page, and then they
Mm-hmm.
have the Fortnite weapons. And it's the
Yeah.
same rainbow light that brought these exact characters into the Fortnite island.
Ah, that's crazy.
So this is them in their comic
Yeah.
being warped to the Fortnite island.
Bring that bring the pull it down a little bit just to see that other way. Sorry about that. Pull it up. There you go. Oh yeah, just so they can see the top. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
So they're talking, and then this chick didn't go with them.
Yeah.
It was just the skins you've seen in the game. So that's X Factor.
Good find. Great find, actually.
And I have a couple more. So we have Wolverine,
Yeah.
issue number 5. Open this one up. And if you guys haven't checked out AKA Boggs videos, search him
Mm,
on YouTube. I've talked to him a lot. I think I found some that he didn't, that he finally posted, and he's found some I haven't. And we talk, and he's a comic like genius, and I don't know too much about comics.
yeah.
So a lot of this stuff I ran by him and got some of this information. This is Wolverine with the same rainbow light.
It is.
So what happened was Thor called all these heroes to the Fortnite Island,
Hmm.
and that's where that rainbow light's coming from, I believe. And then you can see at the end, he comes back.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know what's happening, and then he comes back.
And this is like bare bones beginning of the storytelling of Fortnite, the Fortnite
And
world
i-
outside of the
if you look
game.
at it, yeah, this is instant.
Yeah.
There's no time difference. You
Yeah.
see, like it's still snow out there, and he's all bloodied up.
Yeah.
So that's a cool one. And this one has an alternate cover.
Mm.
So oh wait, and this is the other alternate cover.
Oh yeah, you did a lot of work on this.
Yeah, I was
That's
tracking all
great,
the
yo.
I was tracking all
Yeah.
those down.
Yeah.
Um, I gotta put these back in there, and I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh, one of the Marvel ones. It's So when I was looking to figure out, so like when I saw that some of these characters had like in comic references to them being dragged to the Fortnite Island,
Yeah.
I was trying to track down all the heroes.
Yeah.
So I was trying to track down every single one that got trapped and see if each of them had a comic.
Yeah.
Some of them did, but they were in the actual Marvel ones.
Okay.
So the Fortnite ones, the crossover.
Mm.
Let me see if I have that over here. So this one
Yeah.
here. And this one's graded. I have the ungraded version,
Yeah.
but it's in the back of
Ooh,
it.
that's
Gr-
Sparkle
Gr-
Specialist.
yeah, Groot and I forget this guy's name.
Yeah.
They get warped to the island, and then they get warped back at the back of this comic.
Mhm.
Um, and they say something like, "What was that crazy island?" And it has the same rainbow lights.
Yeah, yeah.
So that really confirms it. That's where they were. Another like these comics covers were done so well.
My goodness, yeah, that Sparkle Specialist look amazing on there.
So I don't know if I missed any. Those are all the stories I'm really tracking right now.
Hmm.
I mean, they can literally do anything, right? So,
Yeah,
um, I just like there's like all these different heroes and Marvel and DC. Fortnite's gonna be like that, and hopefully they develop their own fan base.
yeah,
So you really can't go wrong with just collecting who you like and being like a fan. Because
right, right.
I think we're gonna get to a point where there's people who follow a certain story, but they don't follow a different one.
Exactly.
Like they might not come to collect Fortnite stuff because of the game. They come to collect it because of the movies and the shows
Yep.
and the comics.
In the comics, yeah, yeah, and that which is not a bad thing at all. That's great. You know, it diversifies the audience by a long shot. So hopefully that does happen. Hopefully people start niching down as more Fortnite content grows over time. So I think that'll be great, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited to see what else they put out. What other comics they put out. Um,
Okay, I got you for it to possibly start to end this. I got you with one. All right,
all right.
name me one or two that you hope for the story to be told.
Ooh, one or two that I hope. I want to know. Well, first I want to know Cuddle Team Leader. Like
Okay,
I don't know why,
right.
but I want to see without the mask. I want to see they're leading up to something. I just feel like
Yeah.
there's a juicy story there. And then Renegade Raider. When I want to see her go back
Hmm.
home. So let me
Hmm.
just put this in perspective for you. Renegade Raider fought thousands of battles, died thousands of times, and she remembers it all. She escaped the loop and she made it back home.
Hmm.
And when she opened up the portal, you could see like I don't know, it looked like 1940 or 1950s airplanes and like war and stuff. It's like I can just imagine her coming back home and being this total badass,
Yeah, yeah,
like who's trained and died and killed thousands of times,
yeah.
and coming back and just like how cool of a story would that be? Like
Be-
she's gonna be like the most efficient fighter ever.
and she'll have this, even though she may gain some of it back, she'll almost be emotionless, like based off of her experience. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like it's just
she'll have
she's
her own
so
trials,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
she's so numb to it. So yeah, we definitely have that one in common. Mine's is Renegade Raider and Lux. Reason why Lux, besides that being my PC card and completely biased of how much I want to hear her story. Her story wasn't told as a tier 100 skin. All we have is the loading screen, which she is going into, I believe, a part of the volcano or possibly a. I would say it was the volcano where she was digging for gold or going to grab the gold,
Now
and
I
so
like
I'm
where you're
interested
going
in
with
that.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Aura would be this.
yes, yes. Did it flip? Oh, you muted yourself. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
my light went out. Um, no, for sure. I think Aura would be
Yeah,
that for sure, and it gives me like a Tomb Raider kind of feel.
exactly.
Searching for
Yes.
gold. So it'd be a whole different type of
Hmm.
like, story, right? Like
Yeah,
they're searching for gold and stuff. I have no idea how they got there,
yeah,
and that'd be interesting in itself.
yeah.
They're searching for gold, and then they're
Hmm.
gonna get to that volcano. Maybe
Because
maybe the whole volcano and them while they're fighting, looking for this gold, got warped to the island.
yes,
I mean,
which
who
would
knows?
be
Which
that
we
is
haven't,
interesting.
and they just continue looking for that gold. That's all they know they're there, and they just start fighting. It's just
Yeah.
now they're stuck there.
Which Dylan, you know what I just thought about? Now that the gold is a part of the actual game where you obtain gold throughout the match, I wonder at some point would that kind of tie in because that was the first uh experience we had with seeing gold in Fortnite with that actual aspect. Now, obviously, I'm on the big hope side because it is my favorite skin. But if just based off of that, I would love to see Lux, and possibly Aura story told at the same exact time. That would make everything complete for me.
I would love that.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. I just thought of something. So yeah, the whole gold thing makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. I would love that, right? Like
Yeah.
that's where they get all this gold. That's where
Yeah.
that's why people started using gold.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
want to, for all the gamers out there, I stumbled upon this. I reread the Nexus War again
Yeah.
not too long ago. And so let me see if you follow this too. What's one of the main animals they added to the game recently?
Oh, you want I can't call it Gimby. Give it the real name.
No, not that one. There's other animals. Just name some because.
Oh, like the dinosaurs?
Keep going. What came out of
Dinosaur,
dinosaurs?
you got the chicken, you got the wolves.
What's the new glowing thing that drop weapons now?
The what?
There's new birds that drop weapons.
Oh yeah, the crow, the crows, they drop weapons. They are in there.
And this comic came out way before.
That is crazy.
These crows, and these crows are part of they explain it here. So here, these crows came up, and they're communicating. I don't know if you can see that. There's a whole section of him releasing all these crows while on the Fortnite island. So they got stuck in the loop. And then then not just crows, like they're like, I guess they're magical and they can like communicate.
Yeah.
They can see through the eyes or something.
That's pretty crazy.
When I saw that and now there's crows in the game.
Yeah.
How next level is that?
That's pretty crazy.
I don't know if anyone else has noticed that. I don't know if that's accurate or just a coincidence, but that's pretty. Why would they add just black crows that carry weapons?
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like even Lynx, with being a part of season 7, and Lynx loading screen, she was like sketching, like she's like an artist, and she's like sketching like the Omega helmet and things like that. But then she's like this elite assassin, especially when she gets on Team Midas and a part of his elite crew. That
was one of my favorite opening scenes. So if you haven't seen it, so Lynx, I should have had her card out here. Lynx is the black cat suit. She starts out in a regular like urban outfit. Is that the right term?
Yeah.
Like she has like a cap, and so she's in this urban outfit, and like people start shooting at her.
Yeah.
And she touches her earpiece, which is the same earpiece Midas has and all the other characters have, and her suit, like nanobodies, crawls up and turns into the suit to protect her immediately, which was pretty neat. So Lynx has got to get more story time, and that she works for Midas. I'd like to see more of Lynx.
Yeah.
That'd be another. So far we have Midas storyline. We have the 7 storyline with Jonesy being the Cuddle team leader.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all. Midas has the Chaos Agent too, and we have Renegade Raider.
That's the
Lynx. Then there's the Lynx. That's the suit that comes on it. Yeah. And then we have who you want is the Lux, but that's more of like a wishful thinking thing.
Yeah, that's
we don't have it. We don't have any. We have the Nexus War also. The 5th is the Nexus War.
Yeah. With
the Marvel characters, which is more like Marvel, so it's not like pure Fortnite. But
it's not standalone, right?
Collector wise, that's the storyline. So that's all we got for storyline today, and more will unfold, and we'll talk more about them as they come out.
For sure. All
right, that was good. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Definitely. Yeah, have a good one.
All right.